Hey, 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 my lovely people, it's me, Dax Moy from daxmoy.com, back with another of my crazy mad ramblings. Today, what's my mad rambling about? My mad rambling is about goals, okay? And about how goals maybe aren't all they're cracked up to be. You know, that might sound really weird coming from a goals author, right? I wrote a best-selling book, The Magic 100. It did very, very well. It was all about pursuing goals and kind of really, really going for it. And I still believe in that. I still believe there's a place for goals, okay? But what I also found that during my own goals pursuit was at first I got a lot of energy, I got a lot of vigor, I got a lot of passion from it. As time went on, what started to happen is that my goals actually really just became another source of stress. Okay, so in a life that was kind of feeling overwhelmed at times, having the goals there actually created overwhelm in themselves. Okay, they added to the overwhelm. And so, do I still have goals today? Yes, but I live my life in a very, very different way now. Okay, and it's what I really want to talk to you about in this little section. The way that I'm kind of living my life at the moment is far less about the pursuance of the goals. Okay, so it's far less about saying, here's a thing that I have to complete by X date. Okay, X number of pounds by X date. I still have a few of those things in place because they help my business and they help different things that I'm working on, but mostly where I put my mind today is, how is it that I want to feel? How do I want to feel? Okay, because really that's all the goal is, right? We think about the goal as being the car or the money or the relationship or the promotion at work or the body or whatever it is, right? We get so fixated on the goal and we're looking at that goal all the time, and mostly what we're aware of is just how damn far we still are away from it. Okay? And this distance between us and the goal essentially makes a lot of us unhappy. You know, you probably know this. You jump on the scales every morning, right? And if, you know, I did a video recently about are your scales stealing your smiles, right? You jump on the scales and you let the scales decide, am I happy today? Am I not happy? Oh crap, it's an unhappy day, right? That's what happens with a lot of people's lives. What about, you know, the same thing happens with tape measures. We wrap a tape around us and we go, ah, I'm unhappy today. The scales and the tape steal our smiles. Well, why is that? How do they have the power to do that? It's because it was never really about the tape, and it was never really about the scales, and it was never really about the clothing size. Okay, these are just measures that we use to find something out. Okay, but that's something that we're trying to find out. It's something that we can gift to ourselves every day. Okay, deliberately said that, gift to ourselves. Okay, you can give yourself the gift every single day of doing what the goals are actually supposed to do. So what is that? Well, I believe it's as simple as this. I believe every single goal is a vehicle to a feeling. Okay? Every single goal is nothing more than a vehicle to a feeling. We pursue goals because when we get them, we are hoping, we most fervently believe that we're going to feel a certain way. If only I were X pounds on the scales, I would feel brilliant. If only I had X amount of money in my pocket, I would feel successful. If only I had, you know, this thing going on in my relationship, I would feel happy. Okay? This is what we're pursuing. We're pursuing the feeling, not the goal itself. So here's the gift that you can give to yourself daily. You can give yourself the gift of the feeling. Okay? Pursue the feeling. Start and end your day every day by saying, what would make me feel this way? If what I really most want today is to feel happy, what actions would I need to take to feel happy? Not what clothing size do I need to fit in, and how much money do I need to have in my bank account, or how much does the scale needle move? What would I need to do in order to feel happy? For me, a major part of my life is my mad ramblings. Okay, if I don't get the opportunity to go through my mad ramblings, I actually feel something like aching inside, like, oh, I haven't shared anything with the world today. That's exactly how I feel. Okay, but it goes beyond that. My mad ramblings are actually just another extension of another feeling that I'm getting, which is this feeling of service. Okay, I really believe in and I feel passionate about the idea of service. And if I don't feel that I've served a person today, if I don't feel that I've connected, if I don't feel that in some way, shape or form I've changed their life, I feel less of me. Which is why every single day, my day starts and ends with attempting to help people. Okay, and whether or not I help them is almost none of my business. Okay, all I can do is say, did I put the energy out into the world to try and help someone? Okay, but I can give myself that gift on a daily basis, that feeling. Does this make sense? Is this kind of resonating with you? I hope it is, because So if all we're doing is kind of thinking about how we can grow our marketing lists, or how we can grow our bank accounts, or how we can reduce our number on the scale or the tape, we can get caught up moment by moment, day by day, week by week, year by year, thinking that not much is happening for us in life, and thinking that everything is kind of outside of our control, that, you know, life does stuff to us and we've just got to basically, you know, deal with it as it shows up. And what I believe is it's the exact opposite. Okay, we kind of do stuff to life. We do stuff to life by how we feel. Okay, we basically put our feelings out there. We say, this is how I'm feeling, so we share. But we also create those feelings in ourselves. Okay, who is it that I'm trying to express? Who is Dax Moy trying to express himself as today as he goes through life? Okay, and if my day starts as being that guy and my day ends as being that guy, then there's a really big, really great chance that feeling is going to connect on and on and on and on. Now, it's an interesting thing, because as you start to feel better about yourself, as you start to feel kinder, as you start to feel more loving, as you start to feel more successful, as you start to feel more happy, a lot of the other things start to take care of themselves. Suddenly, the inches and the weight that you've been chasing become irrelevant. They disappear. And because they're kind of irrelevant to you, you start to take the actions that are commensurate with getting what you always wanted on the tape measure anyway. When you're chasing the dollars, you're chasing the pounds, it feels really uncomfortable the entire time. It's a stress. Okay, but suddenly when you start to pay attention to how you want to feel once you've financially made it, things start to change for you. And here's the interesting thing: because you're not chasing it as hard, the money starts to show up. And even if it is still kind of slow, you don't really care, because you're really happy with how life is going. I hope this makes sense, right? I know it probably sounds a little bit airy-fairy, a bit wishy-washy, a bit out there, right? But this isn't just a case of the power of positive thinking. This isn't a think happy thoughts and the world will come to your aid. I really don't believe that. Okay? I don't believe that just by thinking, you know, imagine I sat down in the middle of the freeway and I drop down and I say, there is no truck, it's not going to hit me, it's not going to hit me, it's not going to hit me. I guarantee you it's not going to take very long until the first truck hits me. Okay? It's not about positive thinking. I don't believe positive thinking changes anything. But I think positive feeling changes a lot. Okay? As you start to extend yourself out into generating the feelings that you most want in your life, the miracles start to happen, what I call a miracle and wonder. They start to happen for no other reason than it's impossible to feel a certain way and not act upon it. You can think lots of things. Oh, I think this is important, I think I should do that, I think I should do that. When you feel a certain way, you can't help but act upon it. And when you act upon it, you change the outcomes. Okay? Say that again. When you feel a certain way, you are essentially from internally driven and inspired to act upon that feeling. And when you act upon the feeling, you change the outcomes. So that's more like the power of positive feeling as opposed to the power of positive thinking. Feeling creates action. Okay? Because feeling creates emotion, okay? And emotion creates motion. Right? So, again, just as a recap in this, another weird, wonderful, mad rambling of mine, take your eyes off the goals for a little while. Let the goals go, okay? Yeah, you still have your bits of paper and everything, kind of write them down, put them away in the back of a cupboard somewhere, okay? And instead, every day wake up and say, hey, what do I want to feel like today? What is it, who is it that I want to express myself as I go through life today? And I think just that one simple action will have a very, very dramatic impact upon your life. Even on the micro level, even today, if you did that today and you just started to act in accordance with your feelings, you said, how do I want to feel? And you started to be that person, life would change for you today. Instead of me kind of pushing that forward at you and saying, this is absolutely guaranteed, I double dare you to try it. Okay? I double dare you. What I want you to do is actually take that idea away and say, all right, Dax, you're a smart ass, I'm going to follow your stuff. I'm going to try that out. I'm going to test you. Use the idea. Start your day and ideally end your day by feeling that way. Create that feeling. Okay? Then write back to me. Or come to me on Facebook and tell me whether I was talking bullshit or whether it was true and it worked for you. Okay? I double dare you. Right, so that's been me, Dax Moy. Another mad rambling for you. I hope you found that useful. And if you didn't, hey, I feel great. Take care.